All right. Here we go. User Michael Daniels in Tennessee matchup here. What if you heard me? I don't know if my voice is going through there or not. Oh god, he's wearing white. No, I was gonna say. All right, first user game of the season from me. I have 4 of them. Now that we have a newcomer slightly late after we started, 1 week after we started with Alabama. I finished with Alabama.
One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Christen this game. He'll bring it out. It's Bostic. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll operate out of split backs. Looking for space. It's Lewis. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Caught over the middle, it's Matthews. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Right on the money. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
And the Volunteers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw for it. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down.
Oh, my God.
He'll have enough to move the change. It's first down at the 38. The Vols have this offense rolling. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Turns it on in midfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
Breaks into the open. What a play there, and he rips up a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop. But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Let's go. To throw, it's Barnett. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with the
Damn it! Has it, it's a first down.
Oh my God!
Touchdown, Volunteer! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Who needs a field goal when you can get a touchdown? First drive, set the tone, making a statement. 4th and goal, we are going for it. We are here for all the smoke. Nice job by this offense, capitalizing on the momentum, getting a touchdown to start this football game.
He'll return it. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Rides the back on the option, the give. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
Punt is in the air on 4th down.
Oh my God! Who the fuck, dude?
Touchdown ball! Special teams proving to be special. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on. They're so quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. gun, the inside handoff to the running
My
back.
own guys keep
He
getting in
is
my
going
fucking way.
nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Right. Every
Well, this is a
fucking
defense
play.
that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that
Damn
first
it,
play.
man. Keep running into my own
They got
fucking
nothing
player.
on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Collins. Here he goes breaking the pocket.
Where are you?
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee.
Dude, are you
He'll
kidding
try to
me?
take it back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive
fuck are we
moving and
doing?
give them a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Why am I so bad at these fucking games?
The Volunteers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Man, a defender miss. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? They're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages. But really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball in the perimeter for a nice positive gain.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. It's complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. To the air, it's Collins. A little floater there that falls incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. He'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's It's McGowan. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The pitch to the left. Shows him the stiff arm. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
On the option. He'll pitch it. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game.
And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense scoops it up.
Give me a fucking break.
He's running free down the middle. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tennessee. The defense putting points on the board. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf.
Great drive going.
They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Losing bad enough. This game can't give me a fucking break. Just let me.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone.
Jesus
Knocked
Christ.
down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Dropping back, it's Collins.
Oh my
Going
God.
to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Norman. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back, he wants to throw the football, he sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the first down, but way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
Quick completion on the out. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the air, it's Collins.
What? Are you fucking kidding me?
First half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the big
Every
play was the
fucking game! Stupid shit! Another drive going down the fucking
They
field.
are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
What a joke.
This offense starts deep in a hole. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll leave it with him. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack.
Everything's
and
fucking
eating
going
blocks,
right down the field.
eating some double teams that allow.
Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. He's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie.
Felt bad for me.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the pack.
And the ball is loose on the
Oh my
return.
God!
Kicking team's got it.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Throws to the tight end. Working on the right. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Looking for the score! Grabbed over the middle, it's Riley. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, Aggies! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. It's Bostic. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
I'm getting the ball second half, too, man. So, man, that was huge. If I can get down the field, imagine if I can get down the field.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to.
Fires one high and deep. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
Makes a move. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Vols will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Off the play fake. He's looking deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and kneeling on third down. Back to throw, it's Collins. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. It's Norman. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
No, I was very risky.
You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand fourth and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
Well, they're trying to go toss to get to the perimeter, but how about the DBs beating their blocks and using their speed to get upfield and create the negative play?
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Scanning the field, it's Collins. Sends it downfield. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. Bust through behind his pad.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They're trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Oh, my God!
The end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteer! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of a great field position.
And he added the extra point.
Texas A&M, 14.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Collins. Dumps it to the back. Quickly complete. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
And I hit the wrong button.
He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He might just try to kick it away from the return man because he housed the first one. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. give out of the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Throws for the tight end. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. And now on second down for this offense. Looking for a man, it's Barnett. The short hands, it's Matthews. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, I love the job in coverage there. Sure, the guy made the catch, but right away the defender able to bring him down. No possibility of yak on that play.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Slings it downfield. And it's incomplete on third down. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Volunteers will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Wants to go up top on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to throw, it's Collins. A little screen to the running back. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and lead the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he's going to go backwards, and they force a fourth down. What a play by this defensive front. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Norman. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Texas A&M going quickly.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. No huddle offense to the line. To the air on second down. Throws toward the end zone.
Come on.
And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly. There was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Finds his tight end. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Looking downfield, it's Collins. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
The offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver, and you saw it right there, down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him, he'll catch it, he'll get a foot down, and help out his offense.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's got the tight end. Continues to fight for yards. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. The option look. Now the toss. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Bostic. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here is the Tennessee offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent.
Oh, my God!
There he goes! Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The give as they work on that clock. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Safe completion on the screen.
Fuck!
They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Picks up the 1st down, still moving.
Somebody 10 yards
And
away.
he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
The Volunteers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory.
Look at that shit!
On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. The run from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Oh, shit.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Flushed out of the pocket. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Collins. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted. He's brought down a short return, but the defense comes out on top of the pick.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll take a knee as they keep draining the time off that clock. Now under a minute to go. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air.
Dude, look, that's what I mean. Every time I switch to the defender or the receiver, he does nothing that I'm trying to do.
They tackle a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to
I'm the one that
a 3-0
calls
start.
timeout.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Texas A&M, 21.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. To the air, it's Collins. Looking down the middle. Pulls it in, it's Norman. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They'll immediately call timeout.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Unleashes one. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Trying to take it back. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Fucking punt return and a fumble. Those picks at the end of the game, obviously I'm just trying, I need to do something. I'm trying to make things happen. Unfortunately, it won't happen. Otherwise, I'm not going to. Overall, I feel like I played pretty good, and then I just got screwed over twice with the freaking fumble, and then that bullshit. The guy, my receiver should have caught it, and he fucking just throws it way the fuck up in the air for it to get picked. 2 times driving down the field and getting in the field goal range, twice, and then that happened. Like, those 2 things happened. So I mean, I wasn't playing bad. I can never catch any breaks like everybody else. I got some, but not nearly as much as everybody else. It's really sad. What did I do to deserve after the stuff that happened? I'll never know. And then plus I held them up here. I held him in the beginning, and didn't he go for it on a 4th down? Wasn't that a 4th down play that he scored on? One of them was. I think it was the very first touchdown. It was a 4th down play. Held him to 4th down, but he went for it and fucking scored. And then gets the punt return, and then the fumble return. Like, honestly, I didn't even feel like I played that terrible on defense. I couldn't stop the run, but I was doing pretty good stopping the passes. Couldn't stop the runs. Terrible. I had a chance to get within 3 at the end of the half, at the start of the second half, and I got too greedy, too early. I should just still just took my time. I think that's most of my problem is I get too greedy sometimes too early, and I start throwing it away like that. And that's what I gotta stop doing. If I'm down 10, I feel like I have to get going now, instead of still trying to stick to my game plan and run in. Because the running was working sometimes, but I just felt like when I'm down 10, a lot of times I just start throwing every single time, and that's what happens. I'm gonna advance it here. play. I gotta give a force advance to him, but I don't know. Yeah, everybody's played, so if I can advance, I just want to make sure the force wins is on. He's using one of his force wins, so I'm sure it's on. The very first one. The very first one. And I went all the way down to the page. Alright. So force win. Force Texas win. Alright. So now we're good to go to advance. And then I'll probably end up playing the very next week as well. And I think we advanced in the other one too. So I might just play both of them for the next weeks and go from there. If everybody hits ready, if I hit ready, if I'm the last person that hits ready, it'll automatically advance. So, and that's what happened before. We're force advancing because everybody played except for Corey, who asked for one of his force advances. And I'll set that up. So he's going ahead. And I got to move the rest of the way, man. I'm in trouble already. And I got to play Andrew and Corey and fucking Hurricane Nate with Alabama too, so I doubt that's gonna happen. I just can't beat anybody. Should be able to beat Mississippi State. It was a good game though. Yeah, it was a good game. I had fun. Just I gotta clean up these mistakes, man. I really do. That's the main issue. I need to clean up the mistakes. That's the problem. I'll be right back, and I'll play the other 2 games, and then we'll go from there. So we'll be back soon here.